Hola, welcome to Entrada. We're here in Chile's Central Valley, home to some of the best Latin American wines. I'm going to join in the harvest.
Very hard work.
Stomp grapes at an organic vineyard. Sample fine wines. And cook up a storm with one of Chile's finest chefs.
Salsa de chorizo.
Hola, I'm Roanna, and this is Chile, a wine lover's paradise. And it has been since the Spanish missionaries planted the first vines back in 1550. They couldn't have picked a better spot. Let's have a look at the map. Chile stretches 3,000 miles along South America's Pacific coast, a narrow strip of fertile land bordered by the Andes Mountains. The Central Valley is ideal for grape growing. Its principal town, Curicó, is just an hour's drive south of Santiago. The region is home to some of the world's most famous vineyards: Concha y Toro, Santa Rita, and Cocino Macul. And Conosur, where we'll join in on the harvest, and I'll get to do something I've never done before: stomp grapes. And of course, try some wine. We'll also learn a local handicraft and cook with a chef who has practically defined the Chilean kitchen. Grapes, anyone? Our first stop is the colorful morning market in Curicó. Fruits, vegetables, this place has everything. I'm here with the chef, originally from Belgium, who fell in love with the Chilean people and their incredible cuisine many years ago. Since then, she's made a career of mastering Chilean cooking. So our first stop is?
Choclo.
Choclo?
Sí.
Corn.
Sí, let's get some corn.
Son tan grandes.
Son enormes, ¿no?
This is Ruth Van Werabik, the author of The Chilean Kitchen, and today we're making pastel de choclo con mariscos. Exacto, which means corn pie with seafood.
Ese está mejor. Mira, ese está mejor, bien tendecito, ¿no?
Sí, ¿cómo sabes cuando están maduros?
No, ponga. Esto también, por favor.
Ay, qué rico.
Yeah.
¿Puedo tratar uno? ¿Sí? All right, here we go. Sin mi mano, ¿no? A little bit further back. We're also taking in the sights, smells, and sounds of Latin America at its best. What a feast for the senses. Ay, sí, gracias.
Gracias.
Sin las semillas, por favor.
Sí.
Ay, qué bueno. This is fun. Gracias,
El
señor.
melón tuna, todo melón tuna.
Melon. Next, we're getting the seafood for the corn pastel. We'll need clams and mussels, and there's no shortage here. Apparently, all delicious.
Mucho sabor, mucho más sabor que en otra parte del mundo.
Oh, so they have an excellent taste. ¿Por qué?
Porque el agua, la temperatura del agua es bien bajo, aquí por el corriente de Humboldt.
Ah, because they live in very cold waters. I love desserts. Next, Ruth and I head to downtown Curicó to a famous 100-year-old pastry shop filled with sweet delights. Ooh, this looks delicious. This shop is the birthplace of Chile's most famous dessert, Tortas Curicanos Montero. Ah, ¿puedo ver? Chilean sweets made with nuts and dulce de leche, which is like a caramel.
Pero quiero presentarte una persona muy especial.
Ah, ¿sí?
Mi amigo
Hola, Ruth.
Juan Pablo.
Oh.
¿Cuánto tiempo? Hola,
I get to meet the owner. The recipes for Juan Pablo's pastries have been handed down from generation to generation. His grandmother started the business many years ago. The tarts are baked in traditional 18 by 20 foot adobe ovens fueled by wood. Miles of dough are rolled out daily to feed the insatiable Chilean sweet tooth. Then cookie cutters pound out perfect, or not so perfect, circles of uncooked pastry.
Así.
Ordenada.
This is not as easy as it seems.
Más ordenado. Dale la línea.
Waste
Dale la
happening
línea.
here. This is not quality control, me doing this.
Rápido.
Oh, bueno. The cooked tarts are coated in manjar, a heavenly caramel, dusted with coconut, packaged up and ready to eat. They've even made a special one just for me.
Ruana, para ti que has venido de otro mundo, esta es la torta más grande del mundo.
Gracias, San Paulo. It has my name on it. This is so nice. Just 45 minutes north of Curicó is the picturesque town of Pirque, nestled in the Central Valley. Pirque is home to one of Chile's historic vineyards. I'm really looking forward to my tour of this breathtaking winery. Hola, Sebastián.
Hola, Ruana, ¿cómo estás?
¿Cómo estás?
Bien, bien, ¿y tú?
Qué buena verte. So nice to see you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
This is my friend Sebastián Lopez at Concha y Toro. This is beautiful.
It is.
How old is this?
This is 1875 this house was built. So it's a really old house.
What a treat to be here. The main house is a 19th century hacienda where the original owner, Don Melchor, continues to survey his legacy from the wall of the elegant sitting room. So, where are we? What is this? Where are you taking me, Sebastian? As we head down to the catacombs, you can feel history radiating from the cool, dark walls. The temperature in these oak vats, barrels, and casks is carefully regulated, and the grapes will ferment for at least a year. What's the cork made of?
Silicone, huh? In this case, because we open all the time the barrels, we need to have silicone for...
Oh, this is great. We get to taste them right out of the barrel?
Yes.
What a treat.
This is really our more special wine, so it's a
Double
special
treat.
occasion.
Very special occasion.
This is a Don Melchor. It's a Cabernet Sauvignon. 100% Cabernet Sauvignon is stored 15 months in these barrels and then 15 months in bottle.
Chile's Cabernets are rich and full-bodied. Next, Sebastian takes me to the place famous for its mysterious history. So this is a double cellar?
He realized that every day or two a bottle was disappearing. Sometimes the level of the barrels was going down.
When Don Melchor began noticing bottles of his fine wine go missing, he concocted a story designed to scare the dickens out of his Chilean workers. He hid in the cellar every night for a month with a candle making ghostly noises and smashing bottles. Hence, the devil's legend.
In the town, a legend was spread that Conchitoro's wine, the last name of the founder, are kept by the devil.
Up next on Entrada, getting up close and personal with the fruits of the vine. The Connoisseur Vineyard lies just outside of Chimbarongo, a small town 2 hours south of Santiago. Protected by the mountains to the east, the climate is excellent for grape growing. It's harvest time at this young winery where they combine the best traditions with organic techniques. Over the past 20 years or so, high-quality, inexpensive Chilean wines have become world famous. So I feel very lucky to take part in this year's harvest. The Central Valley has a cool climate with sandy soil. This provides ideal conditions for producing grapes of superior flavor and just the right acidity, which makes it hard to stop eating them. Voy a comer uno. They're so good. Chile boasts the only original ungrafted vines in the world. When a plant plague destroyed all of Europe's vines in the 17th century, it was Chile that saved the day. Lots of extra and very hard work.
But now I'm one of them. Hold up. Pero Henry, mi cabeza duele, my head hurts.
No olvidé hacerte esto.
Ahora me digas. Well, you're supposed to put vine leaves in the hat and have a hat to protect your head. La próxima vez, next time.
Inside, I meet up with Constanza. We watch as the grapes move through the winery's stainless steel tanks and assembly lines. Considering all this technology, what comes next is quite a surprise. Incredible! Increíble! This is not what I expected in such a modern facility. ¿Siempre hacen así?
Sí, siempre. La idea es pisar muy suavemente.
Oh, you have to walk very lightly.
¿Quieres venir?
¿En serio?
Sí.
I'm allowed to try? Si tú vienes conmigo. If
Bueno.
you come with me. ¿Bueno?
Un trato.
Okay, trato.
Así es.
Bueno,
Ok.
hacémoslo.
Bien.
Now this is joining in on the harvest. This is great. They're like little tiny air bubbles that crack under your feet. Woo! It smells like mangoes.
Yeah, it is, that's right. Yeah.
This is my friend Adolfo Hurtado, who is an enologist at Conosur, otherwise known as winemaker. Bueno, this is a Chardonnay that we're smelling and tasting, no?
Yeah, that's Chardonnay. That Chardonnay is coming from Casablanca, which is one of the most famous area in Chile to grow in Chardonnay because it's very cold weather, and the temperature is less than the Central Valley, so you can get a longer ripening. So that's helped a lot to keep the good aromas on the wine. So, next is Gewürztraminer.
German.
German variety, that's right. Really aromatic variety. Think on flowers.
Ah, yes, of course. Wait, oh, right. Well, perfume. It smells very perfumey.
Violets.
Absolutely. Violets.
Yeah.
Yes,
Rose
violets,
petals.
rose petals.
Yeah. A lot of minerality also coming from the soil.
And what do we have? This. No, now we're going into the reds.
That's Merlot. Chile Merlot.
It smells like maple syrup.
It's like black fruits. Yeah, and could be a little bit of mocha also.
Absolutely.
Coffee cream,
Yes.
chocolate, red fruit.
And
Like
spices too.
Yeah, paprika.
Paprika.
Why not?
Very much so. Oh,
Big
that's plums.
Yeah, cherries, blackberries.
That is nice.
Interesting. And Cabernet Sauvignon. It's the best coming from Chile.
It smells like black pepper
A lot of black pepper and cassis also.
and cassis.
And a very good balance with the oak, with the smoke aromas, with tobacco aromas coming from the barriques. Mm-hmm. This one has been in oak for approximately 16 months. And really hard on the palate. A strong wine.
Very strong.
Yeah.
My tongue is tingling. Gracias, Adolfo.
Cheers.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Salud.
Salud.
Salud, everyone.
In the beautiful Chilean countryside near Curicó lies Ruth's lovely hacienda, where we'll be cooking tonight's meal. Hola, Ruth.
Hola, Juana, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo te fue?
Oh, estaba divino. The wine tour was fantastic. They've selected the wine and they're really looking forward to dinner, which is corn pie with seafood. Now, I know this takes a lot of time to prep, so Ruth has already started. ¿Cuál es la primera etapa?
Bueno, el pastel se prepara en ese pocillo de greda individual.
Oh, everything's made individually. Oh, nice.
Sí, con una capa de una salsa de chorizo.
First level is the chorizo sauce,
Después vienen los mariscos
then the seafood,
y una capa como una crema de chocolate.
and then the creamed corn. Bueno, here are the ingredients. ¿Qué tenemos aquí?
Los cebollino,
Okay, scallions and white onion.
cebolla,
Sí.
perejil,
Parsley.
chorizo,
Chorizo, which is pork sausage.
el jugo de los mariscos.
So once the seafood has been steamed, we use the broth for the sauce.
Harina y vino.
Flour, white flour, and white wine.
Y mi secreto ingrediente, el merquén.
And Ruth's secret ingredient, the merquén. ¿Qué es?
Es un ají ahumado, bien picante, que viene del sur de Chile, de los mapuches.
Oh, smoked red chili peppers. Nice. Pero ¿qué pasa si no lo tiene? What happens if we don't have them?
Sí, por supuesto. Usted puede utilizar un paprika que es más suave con cayenne, algo de cayenne para dar algo de fuego.
Ay, qué bueno. So you can substitute it with cayenne pepper and paprika.
Eso es. Empezamos.
Bueno. Ay, it goes all into the saucepan at this point. Bueno, onions. Now, ¿tiene mantequilla ya?
Sí, una mantequilla derretida.
So we've melted a little bit of butter first. And onions, the parsley.
La salchicha.
Next step, 5 minutes on the stovetop. As you're sautéing, add 2 teaspoons of white flour and stir. Next, pour in the seafood broth. The final level, creamed corn. You remove the kernel from the cob, and in a food processor or blender, puree the corn. And you don't have to add water if you use fresh, juicy corn. If fresh corn is not available in your supermarket, you can use frozen corn and be able to cook it year-round. And here are the ingredients. Pureed corn, a beaten egg, milk, ¿y qué es eso?
Albahaca. Qué rico, ¿no? El olor.
Oh, basil, sí.
Bueno, todavía tenemos mucho tiempo. Yo voy a guardar todos los ingredientes en el refrigerador hasta que estamos listos para pasar la mesa. ¿Le parece?
Ah, sí, perfecto. Another nice thing about this dish is that you can prep it and then cook it right before you're ready to eat. So I'm going to take Henry up on his offer and go to Chimbarongo to visit the artisans who are famous for their wicker. Gracias.
Que le
Hasta
vaya
pronto,
bien.
¿eh? Wicker weaving at its best. Up next on Entrada. Wicker, the most versatile of handicrafts, has made the village of Chimbarongo famous. Henry and I have come to check out the wicker market and watch the local craftsmen. Wicker is made from osier reeds that are soaked in water to separate the bark from the wood. The wood is slivered into thin ribbons, which are woven by quick hands into baskets, furniture, and ornamental figures. I'd love to give it a try.
¿Quiere intentarlo?
Ay, ok. Bueno, con este dedo.
El dedo, no.
Oh, esto. Oh, ok. So you lift here.
No muy brusco.
I know. So, it's a little tricky.
No,
It's a
no,
little-
se equivocó, se equivocó.
Sí, I made a mistake.
De nuevo. Bueno,
Yeah. ¿Es difícil?
no, fácil, tal como tejerlo.
Okay.
Como tejerlo.
¿Qué hacemos con esto? ¿Nada?
Nada.
What do you do with the end?
Ahí.
So you just let it sit there. Y esa lo ponemos aquí. Aquí.
No, pero.
De atrás. Hey, what's this? A cat in our basket. Well, I have my very own napkin holder, basket to bring to the dinner, and a cat. Hola. Gracias, Henry, por traerme aquí, ¿ah? Justo en tiempo.
¿Cómo te fue?
Muy bien, mira lo que tengo. Gifts for you.
Lindo.
A basket y he hecho un servilletero para ti. My first very own handicraft.
Bueno,
Sí.
eres un amor.
Sí,
Muy lindo.
gracias.
Siempre
Of
me
course, I left the
faltan.
cat behind.
Bueno,
Qué bueno, ¿qué estamos haciendo?
Estoy armando ya el plato.
Oh, time to build the dish.
Con la
And,
salsa de chorizo, ¿no?
perfecto, here are the ingredients. We have our chorizo sauce,
Los mariscos al vapor, el vino blanco,
clams and mussels steamed with white wine, that's where the broth came from,
sin langostinos, camarones.
crayfish and shrimp.
Y hoy día tengo reineta.
And the catch of the day is reineta,
Unas aceitunas
olives,
y la crema de choclo que hicimos juntos.
and of course the creamed corn.
Bueno,
Bueno.
No, tradicionalmente ese pastel de choclo se prepara con un pino con carne.
Traditionally, pastel is made with a combination of ground beef and chicken with onions.
Pero como me gustan tanto los mariscos, a mí me gusta eso.
Well, if you're seafood lovers like Ruth is, and a dash of nouveau Latin cuisine, she substituted the meat for seafood.
¿Por qué no me pones la crema?
Perfecto. ¿Y debemos usar este pescado o...?
Se puede usar cualquier pescado.
Do we need to use this fish? You can use any fish you'd like as long as it doesn't break apart when you cook it.
Eso es. Después,
Bueno,
un poquito más,
cream.
unos
So
poco
it gets
más.
covered up.
Y vamos a cocer esos platos al horno, un horno bien caliente, por unos 25 minutos.
Bueno, this will now cook in the oven
Eso
for
es.
25 to 30 minutes until the corn is browned.
Perfecto.
Imagínate, the people at the winery are going to love this.
Bueno, un vino, un buen pastel, ¿qué más en la
A
vida,
nice
no?
glass of wine, a little bit of pastel. What more could you ask for?
Me parece.
Ay, riquísimo.
Gracias.
Gracias. Up next on Entrada, a Chilean feast and sweets for the sweet. Ruth and I pack our tantalizing seafood pies and head back to the winery. Here we'll share a wonderful dining experience with people we met today in Chile's beautiful Central Valley.
If you want. Yeah. Salud.
Ruth, gracias para la comida. Y comamos antes que se enfríe. Let's eat before it gets cold.
Normalmente algo de queso.
Here are the recipes. To create the filling for Ruth's seafood pie, steam clams and mussels in white wine and water. Reserve the broth. Sauté chorizo, onion, and scallions in butter. Season with paprika and cayenne. Add flour, broth, and parsley. For the corn topping, puree corn with milk and basil. Melt butter in skillet and add corn puree, salt, and black pepper. Add 1 lightly beaten egg. Cook until thickened. In earthenware dishes, layer mussels, clams, shrimp, scallops, chorizo, and corn mixture. Top with an olive. Bake at 375 degrees for 25 to 30 minutes until browned. I cannot wait to have a piece of this cake, but I'm going to take this small piece since it looks far too decadent. And what a wonderful time I've had in the Central Valley with my new friends, learning more about wine. Constanza, here's to stomping grapes with you. Muchas gracias. Adolfo, I'm going to give you the biggest piece.
Really?
Lo más grande para ti.
Gracias.
Gracias para toda la información, all the information you shared with us about the
welcome.
wine and the Pinot, and absolutely delicious. Juan Pablo, para ti.
No, yo no como. Yo sé cómo se hacen, así que no.
He says he doesn't make what he doesn't eat what he makes. No. See, put just for today. And Ruth, absolutely fantastic. Your meal, tu cocina chilena. Ay.
Dios.
Henry, para ti, gracias. Bueno, provecho de nuevo.